message for you to help you get settled in on your first night.
On recent news, Fazbear Entertainment has announced that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza will be shutting its doors for the last time next week, following a slew of controversies.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza will be shutting its doors for the last time next week. This comes after many customer complaints of the restaurant, spanning from terrible service all the way to reports of a horrible stench. One even saying, quote, "It smells like something died in here."
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza will be shutting its doors one last time next week, which, let's be honest, is not a surprise. Aside from all of the terrible reviews recently, one thing is hard to ignore. And that is the fact that 5 children have gone missing from this place and not one of them has been found. I mean, why isn't there more of an outrage over this? And why has Fazbear Entertainment been so quiet about this?
5 missing children. That is how the plot of one of the biggest franchises to date begins. Pretty heavy shit when you think about it, I mean, damn. When this game released in 2014, it became a viral hit amongst gamers. It was praised due to the fact that the game was genuinely scary.
What? What happened?
But what seemed to be a simple, scary point-and-click thing turned out to be more than that, as throughout the game were clues that would lead to the lore surrounding the horrors of this world and the evil that resides within this entertainment company. And this united so many people and encouraged them to work together just to figure out the plot about a spooky looking animatronic animal restaurant. Yet analyzing this game and its lore has been done to death. You search up FNAF lore and so many videos pop up. I'm talking like just pages upon pages. So you see, I'm not here to give you my theories on what the crying child's name is, or whether Gregory is actually a robot, or what I think is in this dumb stupid box here. No. I'm here to analyze some of the horror tricks that this game series has used to not only immerse its players into its world, but also how they are used to scare the living shit out of us. And just like this video, it all started with 3 words.
Hello? Hello?
You know what's crazy about all of this? I'm a grown-ass man. But hey, we ball. We ball. Yo, who are you looking at? What's your problem, bro? You want to fight? Anyway, as I was saying, this whole franchise started with Five Nights at Freddy's 1, which was very simple in its gameplay. You look around and click a few buttons to keep the animatronics away, and that's pretty much it. Like, when you really think about it, this game should not have become as big as it did. But that's the beauty of horror. Simple is usually better. You see, in the filmmaking world, horror and comedies are some of the biggest genres for amateur filmmakers to tackle due to the fact that both can be done relatively cheap. Look at Terrifier, for example. The first movie had a budget of $3,500, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Dude, I just rhymed. Oh my god. It forced them to think outside the box and figure out how to sell the illusion of gore cheaply. And they made that shit work. They made it work so well that they were featured in Halloween Horror Nights of this year, and they were able to spawn 2 more movies with a 4th one coming up. Five Nights at Freddy's is essentially that, but for video games. It started off as indie games, but now they're being licensed off to other game studios. I'm gonna do the wave right now, just cause I can. Oh, okay, just stop it, okay, just stop it, you guys. But real talk, Scott, you must feel like you're on top of the world, dude. You made that happen. Good for you, man. You play as a security guard who was hired to be a security guard, but the spooky robots are alive and you have to hold out until 6 a.m. for 5 nights at Freddy's, and the spooky robots get more aggressive with every passing night. Now, the gameplay itself is easy to follow. You are placed in a security office where you can't move any part of your body but your head for some reason. There's a door on each side of you, both with 2 buttons next to it. One that closes and opens the doors, and the other flashes a light right outside those doors. Using both of those buttons will drain the total power you have, If that number hits 0 before 6 a.m., you lose. And you will be equipped with a tablet that displays all of the security cams you can use to keep tabs on the locations of each animatronic. This tablet is your bestie, alright? Don't lose it. And then off to the races you go. Now, while this game is simple, make no mistake, it can get pretty difficult, especially the further you get into the game. And because of that, the stakes start to feel a lot higher than they do in the earlier levels. It's almost like things start to happen so fast that you start to really shit yourself. I mean that, alright? I'm not gonna get into details. It even gets to a point where the animatronics feel like they're starting to strategize ways for you to use up more power. Speaking of the animatronics, wow, are those things so uncanny to look at. The way they just stare. Almost like they're letting us know that we aren't watching them. They're watching us. One thing about these animatronics though that one would notice right away when playing is that they don't actually move. You know what I mean? Like, there's no specific animations of them moving. We don't actually ever see them walking. Except for the jump scares. That's really the only time I think they're actually animated. Except for one moment. And this moment made me realize how important this little detail is, as it makes this specific moment the best scare in the whole game. You're just doing your thing, trying to survive, until you notice that Pirate Cove is starting to show signs of life. And then this happens. Ugh, I need to stretch. Wow. Yeah, that was good. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that felt great. Actually, though, you guys want to look at this? You know, look how cool this looks. I thought it was really cool, so I bought it. You know what I mean? At Halloween Horror Nights. Just thought it was worth to buy. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. Actually, no, we're not going to stop talking. Look at this cup. Look how cool it is, man. Look at that. Yeah, anyway, all right, let's get back to what we're talking about. Right, the Foxy Run thing, right? Yeah. It's messed up, but by this point, we have become so used to the animatronics not really moving, per se. So when this piece of shit comes running at you, yeah, you're gonna shit your pants, bro. The next few games will go on to evolve this gameplay and add new mechanics to really drive up that fear factor. In FNAF 2, there are more ways for these animatronics to get to you. You have a face mask that can be used to trick these animatronics into thinking you're one of them, and you have this to worry about. If that music box stops playing, you're in for a rude awakening, my friend. So whereas FNAF 1 focuses on the slow burn to the chaos around night 4 and 5, this game is chaotic from the very start. While still keeping the point and click idea, it feels a lot more intense due to the fact that there is so much going on. In shorter words, the first game is more about suspense, and the second game is about stressing you the fuck out. You ever been hit in the face with a baseball? Well, this game is that, except 500 more baseballs come after the first one. I'm not great at analogies, dude. I don't know. Like, this is written. This entire part. This is not improv, okay? FNAF 3 takes a different approach and does whatever the hell this is. Honestly, I think this game is just bad. It's not simple, and figuring everything out is so freaking hard. And honestly, like the stupid ghost things and like the gameplay not even that, it's not even smart. It's just like, why is this so complicated, dude? And while Springtrap does look cool, this game is just not really scary or fun. So why am I talking about it in a chapter called Simplicity? I don't know, I guess I just wanted it to be known that FNAF 3 is easily the worst in the series. Oh, hey, whoa, hey, don't hate me, man. I'm just a man with an opinion, okay? Whoa, relax. Who said that? Damn, that was mean. FNAF 4 is really the last game that's in this point and click format, unless you count the VR game. But like honestly, those games are just these first games in VR. Unlike the other mainline games, you can actually move in this one. Sure, you gotta click on where you want to go, but you're still moving, you know? This feature does add to the suspense of this game, as it makes everything feel more frantic and adds to those moments of panic you will have trying to make sure none of these horrifying bitches get into your room. But the one thing I really want to focus on is this mini game right here. It's called Fun with Plush Trap. You are placed in a dark room with just a flashlight. And as soon as you turn it on, the goal of the minigame is to flash the light on Plush Trap when he's on the X. But he'll only move when the light is off. The sounds of his pitter-patter surrounds the room, and it is up to you to determine when he's close enough to shine the light. Again, simple, straight to the point, and effectively scary. The suspense is just so well done. It makes you feel really closed in. Dare I say, claustrophobic? Claustrophobia, the extreme or irrational fear of confined places. In other words, tight spaces make you go, "Ah! Yo, James gone. If Isabella doesn't work out as Hawk Girl, hey, I'm your guy. Got lungs. All right, I train them all the time. I'm the guy. I promise you, I'm the guy. I promise you, man. I'll do it again. Nah, I'll save it for the big screen. Honestly, I don't think I have claustrophobia, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, anytime I watch those cave videos, my ass clenches so unbelievably hard. Anyway, the reason why this is a chapter is because all of these games use tight spaces to scare the player. And it's crazy how simply placing somebody in a small space can throw off their vibe. Don't believe me? Watch this. This is me in open space. I mean, just look how much space there is for me to run around. Like if somebody realistically came towards me with a knife or like a gun or anything to harm me, I could run anywhere my heart desires. Where my little legs take me. Like over there. And now we're in a hallway. And look at the difference. Feel the difference. Out there I had so many exits I could have gone. But in here, I only have one. And if somebody's there, it's a wrap, all right? It is a wrap. I got nowhere to run. And I feel closed in. There's like, if he were to swing, it's a wrap for me, man. Stab, like, this is all the movement that I can make, all right? There's nothing else going on here, okay? I'm dying, straight up. Or I can hide in here, the closet. Yet, there's only one hiding spot. At least out there, I had numerous hiding spots after I run. I'd be fucked if something was in this hallway, because even if I was hiding in here, right? Somebody's gonna look in here. I mean, where else is there to look? Oh, I wonder where this fat boy went. Oh, he's not in the bathroom? Huh, I wonder where he is. Oh, look, the only closet in the hallway. I wonder where he is. Got you, bitch. See what I mean? Okay, actually, let's go back to the living room so I got more space to walk around and whatnot. It's starting to feel a little tight in here. Am I right? Using space is such a subtle way to scare the player. Five Nights at Freddy's is a game that takes place within confined spaces in all of its games. In every single mainline game, you are placed within a small room. In FNAF 1, 2, and 3, you are placed in a security office. And in 4, you're placed in a bedroom. And in Secret of the Mimic, you're placed within the walls of the costume factory thing. And in FNAF 1 through 4, you have very limited movement. As in, with the exception of 4, you can only really look around, almost like you're glued to the seat. In 4, the movement is very limited in that you can only really move between 3 spots in the bedroom. The limited movement and the small room works together to really bring that tension up as you feel the panic every time you crawl. Another very subtle thing these games do in order to make you feel that claustrophobia is clutter the living hell out of your view. Okay, look at all this space, right? Feels good, feels nice to look at a little bit, hopefully, maybe. Only thing that's really here is a Christmas tree, me, and whatever else you can see in the camera, all right? Now, I'm gonna start adding things. Excuse me. Okay. What else can I add? What else can I add? Okay. Okay, we're renovating the house. All right, don't judge. I just had to put stuff where the renovation was happening in garbage bags. Anyway, I gotta find more things. I'm running out of things already. I guess there's not a lot of things I'm willing to move for this video because a lot of them are just like big heavy things. Am I in a sham? Oh God. Okay, well, I mean, I think that's all I got, but hopefully it gives the result that I was going for. Like if I just did that, I don't know, hopefully it's working. I know this camera, you can't really see it, but this one I think you maybe can. So hopefully just me walking around, just making everything feel, ooh. And hopefully the aspect ratio should also be helping. So, you know, yeah, look at me go. Woo! Wow. This is a dumb bit. I'm just tiring myself out. In FNAF 1, you have the desk full with so many things from the screens, to the fan, to the phone. It just looks like a mess. In FNAF 2, it's a desk, also filled with things. FNAF 3, you got the boxes of heads and all of this other junk, and in FNAF 4, you're constantly moving and going up real close to the doors and closet, all 3 of which take up the entire screen. Going back to Security Breach, this game is considered to be the worst for so many reasons. It's buggy, the story is weird, and most importantly, it's not scary. Security Breach is more of a first-person action-adventure / horror kind of game. Yeah, it's very different. With that though came its horrendous map. I'm talking like it's really bad. It's rough. Ruin is cool though. We'll get to that later. Anyway, like I was saying, the map is bad. There's way too much open space in this game. There are numerous places to hide, numerous places to sneak or walk, making it easier to avoid confrontation with the animatronics, and you had Freddy by your side to help get you out of a stitch. It does the exact opposite of everything the FNAF games were known to do. In fact, the best moments of this game are the boss fights with Chica and Roxy as they force you into a space with very limited options. I never actually played Monty's level. It was a super long game, but I did Roxy and Chica. That's all that matters, I guess. Fast forward to the DLC Ruin, where they seem to have learned from that mistake. Instead of having you roam around the ginormous Pizzaplex, they instead have you roam around a ruined Pizzaplex, where debris, construction equipment, and items that were left behind completely surround you, limiting the amount of space you have to move. It makes the moments you have with these enemies more personal and terrifying. And it's what makes the entire mimic chase at the end feel much more stressful. Ruin is 10 times better than Security Breach. Are you kidding me? It's so good comparatively. Are you choking me, man? You like my setup? Isn't it pretty good? And Steel Wool kept that claustrophobic vibe from Ruin and brought it over to Secret of the Mimic. This entire game takes place within the walls of this factory, and throughout the game, you are being hunted by a mimic, or M2, a robot that has the ability to fit into any costume it wants. So what Steel Wool did is not only make this game take place within rooms with no space to go, but they also decided to place costumes throughout the entire game, making even the biggest rooms feel small. This is due to the fact that, again, the mimic can be in any of the costumes standing around, but it can also go into any costume at any given moment. There's actually a moment in the game when you have to face the white tiger in what is clearly a big room, but it feels so small due to the fact that it is completely dark. You have to stay in the light or you die, and this fucking thing is on your ass the entire time. Claustrophobia is used so well in these games, except for Security Breach, and honestly I hope they keep it up with that. But now it's time to change course from the gameplay into, well, the Okay, before I continue, I just need to state that this chapter might be pretty short. Hey, what do you think this is? A fucking comedy club? No! This is a video essay about Five Nights at fucking Freddy's! Grow up! Grow up! God damn it!
Man, this guy sucks. Yeah. I also heard this guy likes to suckle on his own weenus.
What? Whoa! I do not suckle on my weenus! What the hell? How did that rumor even start? Like, are people actually saying that about me? Anyway, suspense is like cooking a very nice meal. Making it fucking sucks. But the end result might be pretty goddamn good. In this case, the jump scare. For me, the jump scare is only good if it's earned. If it's cheap, then what was even the point of the jump scare? Now, we can go on and talk about how each game uses suspense, but we're just gonna focus on the first game again because, hey, listen, it's not my fault that game uses suspense very well, okay? It's genuinely the best one to use suspense in the entire game series. Again, not my fault, it's theirs. Let me set the scene for you once again. You're in a very small room. You're all alone until 6 a.m. and all you got is a tablet and some buttons on the door. You look at the cameras and everything seems normal. You look around and take in your surroundings. Pretty ugly. Not gonna lie, it's pretty ugly. You look back at the tablets and gone. You go through every camera until she just stares right into your soul. She's coming for you. See, that's just great tension building, man. Holy fuck, it's so good. I also want to put the spotlight on this game over scene. You know, this one? Yeah, this thing is perfect. If you've watched any of my videos, then you'll know that I always prefer a horror scene without music than with music. This game doesn't really have a score of any kind, and if there is music, it's usually a diegetic sound reflecting the environment that it's playing in, making it more creepy. Now, I could show you the footage of the game, but what the hell, you know what I mean? Like, this is a filmmaking channel, so let me show you with my imagination. But as you watch, I want you to notice how every sound in this quick 2 to 5 minute short is diegetic, meaning that the protagonist in the film can also hear those sounds. Enjoy. Also, shout out to my wife, Corey. She's featured, she's like in the film. I'm like not in it, I'm doing the behind the scenes for the short film, so thank you, Corey. Love you. Can we do it?
Hi.
But that moment from FNAF 1 is so good. It's so fucking good. Five Nights at Freddy's is a phenomenal game series, and to anybody who says it's not, eat a pee-pee, alright? Alright, you know what? I'll be a little more tougher with that one. Let me reset. And if you don't like Five Nights at Freddy's, eat a dick. Sure, it has its ups and downs, but people still eat up anything FNAF. And let's be real, you probably just came back from the theater watching the sequel. Even though we rarely talked about the plot in this game, I just want everybody to know that I do think it's the most creative way to tell a plot that anybody has done. I mean, it revolutionized the storytelling, especially in the gaming industry. I mean, look at Poppy's Playtime. I mean, that shit is fire. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me. Like, genuinely, thank you. So leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. It helps me out a lot, and it pushes me out on the algorithm just a little bit more so more people can watch this video. It also lets me know that you want more of these kinds of videos. If you want to hang out with me a lot more, then check out the gaming channel. I'm a lot more active over there. With that being said, happy holidays, everybody. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.